Hello, welcome back to 605 Sports Cards. Finally got some select out of the wild here. These are from Target. We'll be getting the green and yellow Prism Shock die cuts. So 3 blaster exclusives. You can look at the ultra rare Zebra Prism die cut. Autographs in here, memorabilia. And get some 101s. A lot of numbered stuff. I think about every 2 boxes or so, one out of 3 boxes or so is supposed to have a numbered card. My experience, usually they're about $399, $299 as far as the numbering most often. Have had some luck last year pulling some autos. One Zebra I believe I've pulled in the last couple of years, so they are out there. Like I said, these are from Target, 30 bucks. I think that's a little cheaper than last year. I think they're going for 35, so grabbed a few. Shelves are still well stocked with some contenders. Lots of the top stuff was there. But all I grabbed was some of these select boxes. Packs are real loose in there. They don't have any real protection. So we got 6 packs. Only 24 total cards, 4 cards per pack. So not 10 there. We're going to rip 3 of the boxes today that I've grabbed. First time getting open select this year. Like I said, around here we're usually a week behind when it comes to getting product on the shelf. Antonio Gibson, Jalen Carter. I think they did a little better with select this year. When it comes to the chromium stock stuff, this one usually does pretty good as far as value, but to me, it's not my favorite. And DJ Moore. So I guess we can see what these levels are. It has premier levels. So that's a little higher. I think concourse will be kind of your base stuff. So those 2 are the concourse, and we have a club level on the Khalil Mack. So those do change up a little bit every year. As far as the levels, we have our first yellow back there. Yellow and green. I do like the shimmers this year better than they've done in previous years. There's a nice Penix rookie on the concourse. Will Shipley, a certified. Good looking insert. So looks textured but smooth. And there we go. Drake May. There's a nice card out of the second pack in the first box. And that'll be our, I believe that's going to be the club level. So nice card there. Again, I am a fan of the Shock. Over just kind of like a pink or something that they do. I'll put him back there. We still got 4 more packs to go. So look at the Shock. I think they look pretty good. I think if you go from Dick's or maybe Shields, they're gonna have, I think it's the red and blue. So they'll have a little different. Jordan Addison and Bobby on the Premier. Again, looking for zebras. Autographs are always cool to come out of these. This kind of surprise you. Rashad White on our yellow and green. And James Cook on that Premier. So kind of a Premier club level per pack, it seems like. Mahomes on the base. Rico Dowdell. Seems like you're getting kind of less rookies in these, so not too, I don't mind that. It makes them a little, for tougher to get, makes them a little more valuable, I think. And Mo Ali Cox with the Aaron Rodgers. All right, last pack, first box. Drake May, I think, makes a pretty good first box. Hopefully we can keep it rolling. And there's our die cut Chuba Hubbard, just a silver. So no numbered card this box. Jimmy Graham, there's no card, 360. So maybe a purple or something blue. Jimmy Graham for the Saints, and a Prescott. So I did get a numbered card. The first one. Wasn't expecting the more shocks to be the numbered card. What is that at 360? So yeah, usually a lot of high numbered coming out of the retail end. But I think hobby's still around $800 for hobby boxes, where you can get the XRCs. You can get some good value there. Get those early cards of this year's draft class. Which, if you're looking for profit, you probably have to move them pretty quick, as you know, some of those guys start playing and they don't do well. Value can disappear real quick. There's a nice Adunze base, Tyrone Tracy. So this one coming out with a lot of rookies. And another Mo in the club level of Rashee Rice. Can be kind of a fun product to, you know, collect sets, or, you know, look for collecting just all the club level, premier level, whatever you're into as far as what you like. CJ Stroud, or if you just want to do the base concourse, there's a nice Bo Nix. And Jordan Love looks pretty cool with that color. Really works for the Packers. Go ahead and sleeve up these two, the Knicks and the Jordan Love. So I think that looks kind of cool on the premier level. And a Bo Nix on the future insert. So two of the top guys to looking for McCarthy, Penix, Daniels. I haven't pulled much Daniels for a while. Fred Taylor, Mahomes turbocharged, and big card there, the premier level, Brian Anger with the kicker. We'll say I don't think in this set they brought back the nice Adunze and a Trey Benson. They don't have the coach cards in here like they did in Prism, which, you know, doesn't do it for me really. So there's a nice Adunze on the green and yellow. Neighbors rookie. So Brock's pretty numbers. And we got another kicker here on the concourse of Will Reichard. Alright, final pack of box 2. Still hoping to find that zebra autograph, something cool. I don't know if every pack in the back is going to be. We'll see how it goes. All 3 boxes are going to have your die cut of CJ Stroud. Not a bad die cut. And another kicker. So thinking up with 3 kickers on that. And that is going to be the concourse die cut. So far this year's ones seem like they'd be a little easier to sleeve. Last year they had so many darn corners pointing down. So hopefully by design this year they kind of clean that up, so you aren't battling to sleeve them. You don't need cut corners or sandwich it between 2 cards to get it into a sleeve. And we're going to get into our 3rd box, last box for this video. A couple nice rookies on the yellow there. I like that club level. I think the club level they did a good job with this year. Nope, and I show on the back we got Daniel, so hopefully that's not just a base. Jake Ferguson, we got something a little different here. Isaiah Likely. Let's see if this is going to be a numbered card. At a 199, so I'm going to consider that like a white. But it's a good looking shimmer with the Jaden Daniels on the back. So held true, three boxes, ended up with kind of every other one having a numbered card. And Isaiah Likely, a pretty good player. Not too bad for 3. And we have a Jaden Daniels on the club level. So if we can get just kind of the base one, I'd say the club level is the way to go. So now we're just mixing a Penix and a McCarthy here. I'm fine collecting some more Jaden. Notice we don't have a Caleb Williams yet either, so a lot of quarterbacks in this class. Makes it pretty fun to get products. Levante David, Marshawn Lloyd, and a Worthy on the premier level. Much better design over the last few years, I feel like. And then we got a Goff, Zay Flowers, and a Tyler Lockett on the premier. The Carson Steele right behind him on our premier level. All right, 3 packs. See if we can pull that zebra. If not, I do have 3 more boxes. And there was a lot of 2023 selects still on the shelf with this stuff. Chief, we're going to have a Xavier Worthy on the green and yellow, and another Lockett. So going for all the Lockets. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the 2023 select coming back onto the shelf. So they must either really overprinted it or it just didn't move very well last year. And there's a nice Caleb Williams on the turbocharge. Let's see what we can do behind it. There's old Douglas. Not too familiar with him, but nice Caleb on the turbocharged. And on the concourse for the Bills. All right, final pack. If you stuck around, thanks for watching. We're going to pull our zebra right here. Best for last. So Worthy base. Another Douglas, and our die cut will be Marvin Mims. Hoping for that Bo Nix, but Marvin Mims on the club level with the Fred Warner on the premier. So 1 die cut per box, which is fine. I don't mind some die cuts. I do like these a little better since they're more of a full card. Much easier to sleeve this year. Last year was a nightmare. So I don't think we did too bad. 3 boxes, 2 numbered cards. Hit a couple of the top guys. Do a quick recap on these. Probably top 4 cards will be the nice Jimmy Graham, numbered, I think it was 360. Roma Dunze on the green and yellow. I still like these shimmers. Nice looking cards. Isaiah Likely on probably one of my lowest numbered select cards I've pulled out of retail over the years, and Drake May on the green and yellow club level. So fun boxes. I think it's pretty good retail product. Like it better than Prism as far as the retail end. Prefer Prism cards, but a lot more options to chase here still. Optics probably up there with the downtowns, uptowns, and Rookie Kings. So I think Select's a good product. A little less to chase as far as case hits, but those are out there, the zebras and one-on-ones, low numbered cards. But I want to thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Good luck ripping out there, and we'll catch you on the next one.